5. We are back dividing today, and our learning question today is, can I divide 3-digit numbers by a 1-digit number? Now, yesterday we looked at the bus stop method for 2-digit divided by 1-digit. Today we're looking at 3-digit numbers dividing by 1-digit with a slightly different method, but they all stem back to the bus stop method. So let's get started. I've got on the board 609 divided by 3, and I've got a place value grid here to help me do this. And my place value grid has 3 rows because we are dividing by 3. So using place value counters, I need to split or share 609 into 3 rows or 3 groups. So with dividing, we always start with the highest value. So that would be my hundreds with 3-digit numbers. So I've got 609. So how many hundreds are in 609? That's right, 6. And we need to share that into 3 groups. So I'm going to draw my counters in, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you can see, 600 or 600s shares equally into 3 groups by 2. And that's my hundreds done. Next, we need to do tens. How many tens are in 609? You're right, there aren't any because of this 0 here. So I don't have to share anything if there aren't any tens. So onto our ones. I've got 9 ones. So I need to share 9 ones into 3 groups. So I'm going to do exactly what I did with my hundreds. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As you can see, that shared equally into my 3 groups. Now, to tell us the answer, we need to look at the value of one of these rows. So I've got 2 hundreds, no tens, and 3 ones. So what does that give me an answer of? That's it. 609 divided by 3 is 203, because I've got 2 hundreds, no tens, 3 ones, so an answer of 203. Are we all okay so far? If you need to pause, play back the video, you can do. If not, we're going to move on to another example together. On my board this time, I have got 576 divided by 4. Got my place value grid to help me again. This time I've got 4 rows because I'm dividing it by 4. So always start with the hundreds. You always do hundreds. You start with the highest value when you're dividing. So we're going to do our hundreds first. I need to share 5 hundreds into 4 groups. Does anyone think what might happen this time? So again, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I've still got 100 left over. I haven't been able to share. What do we think we need to do to that 100? We need to exchange it into tens. So how many tens would I get for 100? So imagine we had our place value counters like I used yesterday. I've got my 100. What would that be? What would that be? It would be 10 tens, okay? So when I come to sharing out my tens, I've actually got to do 17. Can you all see that? That I've got the 10 tens that I exchanged for my 100 left over, and I had 70 or 7 already in my number. So I've got to share 17 4 ways, okay? So what colour are we in? Yellow. So 17. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can't do it equally because I've only got 1 left. Remember, we were sharing out 17 tens into 4 groups. Now I know 4 goes in equally, but I've still got my 10 left over. So I've got my 10 that was left over. What do I need to do with my 10? I need to exchange it into my ones, and 110 is the same as 10 ones, and we need to add that on to the ones already in our number. So 10 add 6 would give me 16, so I need to share 16 ones into my place value grid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good, that shares out equally. Then, to find our answer, we need to look in one of our groups. So if I look at this top row, I've got 100, 4 10s and 4 1s. So what is 576 divided by 4? That's right. It is 144, just like that. One more with our place value chart, and then I've also got my bus stop method here to show you how this interprets, or how this goes into our bus stop method. This time I've got 115 divided by 5. So we always start with sharing out our hundreds. So I've got 100 in 115. How am I going to share that into 5 groups? I can't, can I? Because I've only got 100. So before we even start, we need to do some exchanging. So if I have my 100 here, I need to exchange it into my 10s. So how many 10s is in 100? That's right, it is 10. 10, 10. So there's already a 10 in there. I'm going to add my 10 10s and then add the 10 that's already. So how many am I sharing? I've got to share 11 10s, or 110. Sorry, silly Miss Smart. Because there's 10 10s equals 100. There's already a 10 there. It becomes 110. So, or 11. So we need to share 11 10s into 5 groups. Are you still with me? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I can't share 11 equally, but I have got 2. I've shared 10 equally into my 5 groups. So we need to exchange again. So that 110 that was left over becomes, I need to exchange it into my ones. What does it become? It becomes 10 ones, like that. And we add 10 onto the 5 that's already there. We've got 15 to share out into my 5 groups. So 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Phew, shares equally. And the answer to our question, 115 divided by 5, how much is it? What's the number in one of my rows? I've got 2 10s, 3 1s, and that tells us that it is 23. I'm going to put it there because I'm going to come to our bus stop method to show you how this is what we are doing in our bus stop method with all our jottings. So I'm going to, I've got to think on the outside, I've got 5, and I need to see how many lots of 5 go into this 1 or this 100. Now we know it doesn't go, so I need to put a 0 at the top and carry over, just like we did by exchanging one of our hundreds for 10 10s. I'm going to put it, jot a 1 next to my 110. Can you all see that? And then it becomes 11. And how many lots of 5 go into 11? And the answer is 2, but it doesn't go equally. And how many will be left over? That 1 or that 10 that we exchanged into our 1s. And we have 15 left. 5s into 15 go 3 ways. And if we look, we've got the same answer for both. So 115 divided by 5 is 23. All happy with that? I've got 2 questions for you to have a go at on your own. So pause the video now and join back in when you have an answer to see if you are right. So you all should have had a chance to have a go at these using the bus stop method. So we've got 765 divided by 5. Now, 5s into 7, or 700 we know because it's in our hundreds place. 5s into 7 will go one, I can get 1 group, but there's going to be 2 left over because I'm going to get to 5, 6, 7, there's going to be 2 or 20 left over. 5s into 26, using my 5 times tables, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I can get 5 equal groups with how many left over? 1 or a 10. So I put that onto my ones, and then 5s into 15, 5, 10, 15, 3 groups. So the answer, 765 divided by 5, is 153. Well done if you got that answer. Let's have a look at number 2. I had 201 divided by 3. So I need to think, how many lots of 3 can I get into all of the digits in my bus stop method? So how many groups of 3 can I get into 2? Drop the pen, that's not very good. It doesn't go, does it? So remember how we do this. We put a 0. If it doesn't go in, we put a 0 and we have to put it into the next column, which is our 10s. And we can cross it out to remind us that it didn't go, it doesn't divide in equally. 3s into 20. I'm going to use my 3 times tables. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So 18, you can get 6 equal groups with how many left over to get us to our 20, which we actually were sharing. Good, there's going to be 2 left over. Now 3s into 21, we know is 7. So the answer to 201 divided by 3 is 67. I hope this video helps you. You can go back and play it again, but have a go at the worksheet you've got today, which is lots and lots of practice on 3-digit division with 3-digit divided by 1 digit. See you tomorrow.